Hey folks, and welcome to Green Hat Gardening. Today we are pulling the Texas sweet onions, and we have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of them here, but I'll give you a look. You can see the tops are falling over, and we've got rain in the forecast, and so we gotta get them up and gotta get them out before the rain gets in. There's lots of this little wild clover that's in here, which will have to come out too. I'm going to be transplanting, I think, some okra from the other beds that are too thick over into this bed. So we'll have better okra production this year. And but we got a lot of onions to pick, and I don't have anything to put all of this in for now. So I've got my grandfather's tomato tub. It'll hold a lot, and that should be more than plenty of room. That seems fairly ridiculous to do. But it'll get the job done, and we've got some nice onions in here. So let's start pulling them. We'll just start right here at the front. That's the easiest way to do anything. Let's start at the start, right? And we got some other little things mixed in with this morning glory that I'm biting. I'm gonna bite morning glory all over the place out here. Just kind of trying to grow up the onion stalks, and we have crabgrass. I bet I got here with buckets. We've got this little chipmunks. Thankfully, haven't been bothering anything, but they're planting, steal all the sunflower seeds, and then they plant them like crazy. Well, that didn't do me any good. So let's get to it. This is our first onion of the season. Pretty good. Hoping for a lot like this. It would be phenomenal if all of these end up like this. And I may have to come back through. And wow. Yeah, I've had a lot like that with baseball size. That would be even better. Oh yeah. All of this. More sunflower seeds. Man, these have done really well this year. I think I said in my other video where I was pulling up the red onions, and the only thing I did different this year, here's a little bitty one. You have some like that. The only thing I did different this year was I only used blood meal. I only fertilized them with nitrogen. I didn't want them to bolt. Once they bolt, they stop growing. And so it was important just to kind of keep them growing and not trying for flower production. What are those smaller ones? Wow, we got a lot of young onions in here, people. A lot of onions. That is wild. They do so well here. These are the big ones that we've got coming up. Got that one. Nice one here. These are really nice. Some of these are just really, really nice onions. It is absolutely amazing how well some of these did. Pretty awesome. Reposition the camera a bit here. Just pulling. And I may not pull all of these tonight. I may end up only pulling about half of these or something. We'll see what we get. As I'm doing it, I'm trying to pull these weeds so that I don't have to do that later. Just pull Look at that guy. Holy cow. This whole area here, there's just some really, really nice onions. You can see how easy they come out of the ground too. That helps a lot. Smaller ones back here, but that's okay. Don't mind the smaller ones, 'cause you've got all the big ones. May have been the right move using this giant thing to hold all my onions in. Here. Like I said, we got to pull some of this clover. When I put the onions in, it wasn't bothering anything at the time, so I just let it do its thing. And boy, did it go wild. I've been kind of cherry picking and pulling as best I can without disturbing the onions themselves. This one out. When the weeds get this thick, it's hard to see what you're pulling, and you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss onions. That defeats the whole point of growing in the first place. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Wow, this will take some cleanup, I think. Maybe I don't have time to do all of this. Do as much as I can. Oh my, here's a huge one. Get some of these littles out of the way. Yeah. Some of the biggest onions, or maybe the biggest onions I've ever grown. In fact, I'm going to set this one to the side for now. I'll move this down here. Make sure we can see some of these onions. I'm going to start pulling out. Like that. Like that one. And this one. Even that one's smaller. Look how good it is. Wow. These are the kind of onions I've always wanted to grow. Huge and absolutely amazing. Okay, we're back. I took some of those huge onions to show my wife. Robin's letting me do all the picking right now, which is fine. She usually does all the hard work. That's cutting them. Growing them ain't hard work. Growing them is easy work by comparison, at least for me. I'd much rather grow them than somebody else chop them. Nice, beautiful onions. That old pail is getting full. And I am not quite halfway done here. No telling how much we have in here total. I don't know. I don't know that I grew this many last year. I don't exactly remember what I used this bed for. Oh no, I do. I did grow them in this bed last year. We just did not have the return. Not have the return that I'm getting on them this year. This is great. You obviously never have to buy onions. I use them in everything. People always ask me, what do you need that many onions for? What do you use that many onions for? And we put them in everything. Stews and chili. Robin loves them on pizza. And, I mean, we give them away too. You know, it's family and friends, anybody that wants them. I enjoy growing them. It's quite a bit of hard work. But, just enjoy being out in the dirt. Gives it satisfaction. This is the payoff from, you know, all your months of time investment and everything. Growing your own food, having that independence. It's a pretty amazing thing. To be honest, I think I am going to fill this bucket. I am only halfway through. This is just absolutely crazy. And I'd say the ones on the smaller, on the far end are smaller, but I really don't know that they are. I really don't know that they are. But for all of these to be this size, absolutely wonderful. Okay. Alright, so that gets me to the halfway point. Wow. And I think we have entire bucket full of onions. And this is what we've harvested, and that is what remains. And so we will probably have to get this processed, and then I'll come out and harvest the rest of these. Wonderful, wonderful. And until next time, let's keep digging, keep going.